Okay. A lot. Here, this episode to be. This started out being exactly what I thought this episode was going to be, and then ended up very much not being what I thought this episode was going to be.
That's one way to put it.
It's at the point where I'm just like, if you don't like this show, you're just unable to be pleased at this point. It is exactly nailing what it said it was going to be in the start. If you're signed up for this, looking for something else, and you're pissed off that it's not what you thought it was, you're the one who's at fault at this point.
Yeah, basically.
This is a show about Jen figuring out her shit. And they literally had the anger management episode of it finally. And I'm talking the movie. So there was two options I had for Josh for why he was ghosting her. Also, this is one of the most accurate portrayals of me as a person ever. Jen is legitimately me.
Oh, I think we've all been there.
Oh, I should just message him. Nope, don't do it. You're a fucking idiot. What if I didn't? Oh my god, I was cringing so bad every time she picked up her phone. I'm like, Jen, put the phone down. I was getting so
bad. That could apply to anything, like whether it's like dating or like applying for a job. Everyone has that moment where like you're obsessing over the response, and that whole time I was like, Jen, put the phone away.
But we had two options for what I thought was going to happen with Josh. One good, one bad, and we'll get to what happened at the end of it. But all the things I thought that she was going to have to deal with while she was stewing over this. Anger management at the Blonsky Ranch was not what I had figured into it.
But that is kind of perfect, a location.
It is. This show has, I think, the best use of the cast that it's made for itself out of any of the Marvel shows. They bring back everyone all the time. Like, Emil's been in a good chunk of the show. He wasn't just a one-off thing.
Yeah, and he's also not. He's not a villain. He's just a supporting character.
Yes, he's awesome at it. They're just like, why isn't he Abomination? Because he doesn't need to be, and it's cheaper. But all right, so we still haven't gotten Leapfrog, and we have these. I thought he was going to be the cream of the crop of the losers we were dealing with, but I was wrong. So we got Man Bull. Show you all the Marvel database on this guy. That's it. And he's done. All right. As far as Alejandro, it's Montoya. Good Lord. My name is Inigo Montoya. Montoya, he's a mutant who can manifest the powers he's kept hidden. Huh, so he's a mutant. I did not know that.
He's actually one of 3 mutants. Or wait, just 2. Because the other one is Porcupine.
Porcupine. Oh, okay, gotcha. We'll get to him. I didn't know that he was a mutant, but physical characteristics. Yeah, bioelectricity, I guess, is a thing. Carries a 3 weight in his handout guard that curves and snuggles. Freaking just abilities. You train in the art, weaknesses. Okay, the major limitation of his bioelectric is he needs to be in contact with a conductive metal to release it.
Hence the sword.
Wow. Okay. So that's one of them. Manbull and him come out in one of what looked like a textbook Progressive commercial. Then we get Porcupine. If Giant Man is watching, he must fully realize he'll never have a chance against the unbeatable Porcupine. He's an Ant-Man villain? I just realized something.
Hmm.
Ask me about Porcupine's name after this. His actual name. And
Oh,
I'll have a funny. That makes him that much funnier. Okay. So is he an Ant-Man villain then?
supposedly.
Tales to Astonish, and he died in Captain America. His first delve in the criminal world was from trying to rob a burglar-proof bank on opening day. Henry Pym, the original Ant-Man, and his partner Janet Van Dyne were unable to stop him due to sleeping gas. Huh. And then we get the guy who thinks he's a vampire, Saracen, who does not have a lot to go on, but doesn't even have a personal information tab.
Yeah, he's a pretty bare bones character as far as things you can look up.
Can you imagine just like having the Marvel Encyclopedia where like we need 5 guys to get data retrieve for anger management?
Oh,
Well,
and then it gets even better because later in the episode, we find out one of the people from the wrecking crew is there.
with his magical crowbar. I don't know if that's true, but I didn't look it up. And that was what was possessing them to do evil, was the magical crowbar. So we've got Wrecking Crew one-shotted, which is fine. Because if you aren't going to make them costume goons like they are, where they actually have like strength powers and stuff, they're not going to they're going to get laughed off the street by everyone. Like everybody.
Basically.
Even the basis street level, no one's going to have troubles with them. But I laughed so hard that my new favorite fourth wall break is in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
That might be my favorite fourth wall break ever. Are you kidding me with him? Tell me. No, they had to have previously on him and they did, but previously on right now. You probably don't even remember him. And I didn't. I totally forgot who that dude was. Like, why is she so mad at this guy?
I thought for a split second that was the magician from the 4th episode, but no, he's the doofus from the wrecking crew.
That was so funny. And they did that so perfect. Again, you're just not going to know who he is. Oh, that was magical. That man, they're so fully aware. Like being that fully aware that you're like, no one's going to remember him. We're going to make a joke out of it. This show is almost scary how well it's written.
People, I've seen some people calling this episode filler, and that could not be farther from the truth, because this is a crucial episode for Jen, who has to learn really to love herself.
Yeah.
But to also accept that, like, you know, Jen is She-Hulk and She-Hulk is Jen, and both are great.
Yeah, and that whole progression, that once Jen gets to that circle, is one of my favorite things that they've done. Because Jen, they all start rooting for her when they realize that she got ghosted by a guy after he slept with her. That was so great. I think we should kill him. Josh shall die. Let's hunt him down and get his address. All we can offer her is violence right now. But, and it might be genuinely one of my favorite moments in the MCU, and I'm not even kidding you. They nailed Jen, how some people can feel, because like not everyone, when they get these powers, is going to like them. And they need to have a person. And She-Hulk, to me, they've done a great job of being the best person to do this with. Jen sitting there where she's like, do you remember your more popular friend in high school? I can be that person, and I hate it. It's a shortcut. It's like the person who it's like, would you really be happy if you got handed $2 million and
Of course not.
And didn't have to chase for anything ever in your life again? No. I would give 90% of it away if I got that, because then my life would be pointless. You can't just get handed the golden ticket and everyone's going to be happy with it. Some people are very much just, oh, good, I don't have to do anything. Some people are like, no, I want to be happy with me and not get handed whatever. And that was a really great analogy. I didn't think they were going to boilerplate it, base it down that much, but that's the truth. She doesn't have a split personality like Bruce did, where he literally just had his anger manifest as something else. She got given a thing she didn't want.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why I really like this show, because like there are some people who were not really understanding what the show was about. I've seen some people who after the first episode saying like, what's the point then if they covered the origin right then and there, and then I have to kind of explain like episode 1 is still just the start of her journey. She can't become She-Hulk until she becomes She-Hulk.
Yeah. Even like example, Deadpool, hot ticket item right now. He got his mutant powers. He wasn't instantly Deadpool. He figured it out over time. Spider-Man got bit. He wasn't immediately Spider-Man. He tried being a luchador. For crying out loud. Just because you have powers doesn't mean you figured yourself out and your origin's done. That's not how life works. And I know comics aren't real life, but every now and then it's nice to know that people that got life a little bit better than you still have to figure their shit out. And again, like Matthew said it in, I don't remember if it was in the Hocus Pocus episode, which wouldn't be up yet technically. Spoiler alert. We have a fresh takes for Hocus Pocus coming out. No! What time is it? 3:30? It came out a half an hour ago. At the time of me recording this. It's just like, why did you sign up for this show then if you're not liking this? It billed itself as She-Hulk finding out who She-Hulk is, and it's a comedy. And I want to say it's Colton Hunt. Was it Colton Hunt?
It might have been Colton.
But someone put on their Twitter, I can't remember if it was Colton, but if it wasn't, I want them to not have Murdoch until the last episode. A, because I'm going to be out of town next week and we can't record until the following Monday. But B, I want him to only be in the last episode just so the fourth wall break of the 8th episode could be, yeah, you're going to have to wait until the finale to get Matt. But I'm going to be honest. You really sat through 8 episodes of a show you didn't want just to see 5 minutes of Daredevil? Why would you do that to yourself if you didn't like the show?
I hope that's in the script.
It will be the best thing Marvel's ever done. If they could just openly call out, they're like, you really watched 8 episodes of a show you didn't like just to see Daredevil after you knew he was getting his own show? Really? You did this to yourself, people. But, yeah, so going back to it, I had 2 things that were going to happen with Josh after he ghosted Jen. 1, he was an extremely good dude. He meant to see her again. And when we cut back to the apartment, he got killed right as he left the house.
Oh.
By someone. And I thought that's what they were going to do. They were going to basically, 3 days earlier, the horizontal mambo happens. He goes to go to the bathroom and then gets pulled out. But no. We find out that he's the douchebag behind Intelligentsia, or one of them.
Sigh.
But we do only have 2 episodes left, so we had to have some plot happen.
True. Now, let me make this clear, because it might have come off the wrong way on Twitter. It's not a problem that Josh is, or allegedly, working with Intelligentsia. Because as far as writing goes, I think introducing the Wrecking Crew guy in the retreat was a great red herring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just bummed in universe for Jen.
Same. She could, like, that girl does not need to have her heart broke anymore. She really doesn't. But one thing I will say, if the show ends with Jen just going, you want to know what? I really don't need a guy. I'd be okay with that.
Same.
It's like, I've tried and tried. You want to know what? I just care about being She-Hulk, and that's it. If something happens, it happens.
And then maybe they can introduce her love interest from the comics.
Yeah. Either way, I'd be okay, because I get more Tatiana Mansolini as She-Hulk, so I'm not going to complain about that. Legit only complaint about this episode. Not even for 2 minutes did I get Pug. I'm legit upset now. That is how good the supporting cast is, that I'm actually upset when people that didn't need to be in the episodes are in the episodes.
Same.
And it's just Pug. He barely ever does anything, but I just love how much of a goofball he is.
I hope that A, this gets a second season, and B, if Josh Segura wasn't a main cast member this season, that he becomes one in season 2.
Yeah, I have a feeling this will get a second season. If they plan on doing one, I have a feeling it will get one, because I think this is to me, I don't know if they'll ever actually do better than what they did with WandaVision, because that show is ridiculous on all shapes and forms. Just the sitcoms through everything and dealing with her grief and all of this and that and the other thing. Like, that to me is the best one. And I always have this argument with people. The difference between best and your favorite is big. Very big. Because your favorite is your favorite, and the best is the one where you can go, it may not be my favorite, but that is the best there is. That to me is WandaVision. My favorite, I think, right now is She-Hulk. I think it's definitively stamped it with this episode.
Yeah, I'm still not fully ready, because two episodes, even though these ones are cut pretty short, like that's still a lot of room for this to go south. Mm-hmm. Not saying that it will, just it could. It hasn't so far.
It could. To me, they would have to make a gigantic landslide to have it go bad, but we'll see. Because they got a lot to cover in these next two. And like I said, I hope that Daredevil comes in the week that I'm here. Because I'm not going to be able to record next week. So we'll have to do 2 when I get back. Or, no, we could do 1 the day when I get back and then do the other one there. But She-Hulk's done in 2 weeks.
Right?
I'm legit upset this show's going to be over.
Yeah, like in 2 weeks, She-Hulk finishes, Rings of Power finishes, and Pantheon. And boy, early fall television has been just kind of crushing it.
It has been. It's been really good. Thankfully I have all my binges to fall back on. Man, there was one that I heard had an extremely good dub, and I've never seen this before. Pardon small anime tangent here. How some animes only get the sub. This anime got a dub on the Blu-ray release.
It must be something special then.
Yeah. But it's an anime that it's almost impossible to find anywhere. And I had it suggested to me because of, it's in one of those ranker lists that pop up on your Facebook all the time. And then, yeah, and I was like, well, where can I, because I've heard that, I don't mind watching sub. All the binges I've been doing, I've watched in both. Just to crush the stupid, all English dubs are bad, herpader. I'm like, as soon as I find a bad one, I'm going to start talking about it. But I literally haven't gotten a bad one. The sub for Soul Eater is... But outside of that, yeah, I've never seen it where it had a dub on the Blu-ray only. That's a new one. But, yeah, anyway, back to She-Hulk. Where are they going to... we have more stupid characters coming. Where are they putting them in?
I really want to know where Frogman fits into all of this.
Son of Leapfrog. We already had Man Bowl. Now we need to have Frog. I honestly, when the door was opening to the bathroom, I thought that was going to be Frogman. I was like, where else are you introducing this loser? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, his name's Eugene. I thought to see if Frogman's first name was Josh. I was like, man, if Frogman was that guy, he's instantly that much more of a loser. Because I'm waiting to see what kicks Daredevil over.
Good question.
Because he's based in New York too, right?
Yeah, he is like his home is Hell's Kitchen.
I was gonna say it's Hell's Kitchen. I was like, I know that I'm not misinterpreting that, because but I'm like, we need to find a reason to get over there. We got 2 episodes left, so I gotta have I wonder if there's gonna be another. Yeah, he's here now. Just hold on, watch this quick. And they show like Matt getting a call and Foggy like whatever. Like, why do you have to go there? I wonder how long. I wonder how long they're gonna say him and Foggy have been in business for this time. Because weren't they only in business for like 7 hours when Daredevil started?
Yeah, and that's still one of my favorite lines too.
Wasn't it? Oh man, what was it? They were a something shop, a food item or something. What the heck is it?
I can't remember exactly.
I can't remember what it is either. It's been so freaking long since I watched Daredevil. But yeah, it's something else. I'm happy. I'm excited for this. I'll have to nerd out about it with my surrogate dad when I'm visiting him this next week. So continues to be very, very good. Happy we have the show. And I hope to God it gets a second season. If it doesn't get one, people, once again, that doesn't mean Marvel went poo-poo, it's dumb, it's crap, it's not getting a second season. Just like She-Hulk, and just like Hawkeye, and just like Miss Marvel, you can only have one season and that be the plan.
Yeah, it's okay, guys.
This dumb narrative that just because a show doesn't get a second season means it's bad needs to stop on all measures. I hate it. Anime, regular TV, Marvel short series, everything. It needs to stop. Stories can end.
Yeah, they don't have to go for 50 million seasons.
No, and I'll come to appreciate it more. But this is like 9 episodes once a year. I'm okay with that. I can easily digest that. Like we just had Edge Runners. That was 10 episodes. I watched it in a day.
Same.
It was awesome.
Twice.
Exactly. It's awesome. Watch Edge Runners, everyone. We have a series review of it up on my channel. It is my favorite anime I've watched this year, and I've watched an assload of catching up on animes. It is the Arcane of this year, in my opinion, for how good it is.
Yeah.
Oh. And you do not need to know a damn thing about Cyberpunk. But if you like it, go back and actually give Cyberpunk a shot, because it doesn't deserve the hate it gets. But all right. Anyway, with having 3 monitors, I lose track of my mouse. Let's get the heck on out of here. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Absolutely. And you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero. I will be streaming after this goes up. So depending on when that happens for you and how long it takes to edit, I will be streaming more Last of Us 2. I will not be streaming again until Sunday. And then I'll be streaming a little bit next week, and then I'm gone. Monday and Saturday, when I normally throw some streams in, I'm going to be at a rehearsal dinner and at a wedding I'm officiating, so I will be busy. All right. Until next time, everybody. We will see you later. Bye.
Peace.